Hello lovely ones, this is Anushka and welcome to your May astrology and tarot reading. I just wanted to give you this little update to let you know what's going to be going on this month. So Uranus is moving into Taurus and this is really exciting. Everyone's talking about it. So I'm going to be talking about that mainly in your astrology as I'm shuffling your cards this month. Plus I'm going to be doing a Uranus into Taurus special, okay, for each and every sign, and this is going to be a tarot reading plus a more in-depth look at the astrology. This reading is going to be available on my site and it's going to be available for only 80p. It will be paid because of the fact that I do so many videos and I think it's only fair that I ask a little contribution. So if you want to go to my website, I'm going to be releasing that video, the Uranus into Taurus video special on the 15th of May, and I will include a link to that underneath every single monthly. I'll update them. I'll also just release a little video letting you guys know that it's now out and you can go to my site if you want to check that out. What else do I want to tell you? Okay, also a huge thank you to all you Cancers out there. Thank you so much guys for all of your support and your interactions. I get so much energy from you, it's beautiful. Virgo is another one, but Cancer, you are right up there. And you know, I did say that I was going to start doing mid-monthly updates for the signs that watch the most of my videos. So Cancer, it's you. So on the 15th you're going to get your Uranus into Taurus special, and Cancer, you're also going to get your mid-month update, which will be just a special tarot reading for you guys, just as a big thank you. I very much believe in reciprocating energy, so I really appreciate that. Really excited about this transit. It's a big deal, that's why so many people are talking about it, and I think we're going to see a lot of revolution, evolution, and people seeking freedom in some really amazing ways, and some real leaps forward. So awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now on to your monthly. Hello Cancer, welcome to your May astrology. Apologies for my voice, I'm a bit under the weather at the moment. Actually, that reminds me, let me just grab my water before we do your reading. But I hope you're all really well. And for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, we're coming into spring and the sun is starting to come out. It's such a nice time of awakening. Right, so Cancer, what's going on? Well, we had that full moon in your 5th house at the end of March, which probably led to some big culminations in terms of fun and you know, creativity, friendships, romance, just enjoying yourself, having a good time, children as well. A lot of you might have gone out, and especially because of the fact that it's in Scorpio, a lot of you might have gone out and partied hard and maybe felt the after effects. But there would have been some sort of fun peak experience for a lot of you towards the end of that month, and a heightening of emotion, a heightening of excitement in romance, or maybe a heightened experience with your children and your creativity. The big news, of course, is, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Uranus moving into Taurus. I'll be releasing my Uranus into Taurus videos for each sign on the 15th, and I'll put the link up on the 15th underneath each of these videos. Plus I'm going to do a little video just reminding you all, I'll release a video just reminding you all that they've been done, and you'll have to go to my website obviously to get those, and they will be paid. They'll be £1 each. So Uranus moving into Taurus in your 11th house, I'm really excited about this for you Cancer, because this is about hopes and dreams and who you align yourself with. This is the big picture. This is your goal, your the things you really want to do in life, the dreams you've always held, the things that you always wished could come true. They can start to come true at this time over the period of the next, you know, 6.5 to 8 years, and you're going to get a taster for what this energy is going to be like from the 15th, moving into or going through to November, until he goes retrograde again and then comes back into Taurus. So we're going to see a change in who you align yourself with. You could suddenly find yourself hanging with the who's who, you know. There's so much potential here, but it also might involve the breaking down of certain structures, of certain friendship groups, of certain people you align yourself with. You can also see you using innovative technology to reach out to more people, especially if you run your own business, or you have your own passion project that you put out there into the world. We've got a full moon on the 29th in your 6th house, so this is going to see culminations at work. It's going to see things coming to light, perhaps being revealed. It might be some intensity at work, so that's just something to be mindful of. So I've pre-shuffled these cards already. And I have 3 decks going here. I've got the Enchanted Map
by Colette Baron Reid, which I love. These are new and I love them. These I've had since I was 17. Diana Cooper, Angel Oracle cards, and of course my Rider-Waite deck. So let's get going. So like I said, we're doing the Celtic Cross again. So the Lovers in reverse. And this is how you're starting off the month. And then we've got what crosses you for better or for worse. I try to make sure I line everything up with the camera rather than just myself, because otherwise it goes on a wonk. Okay, in your recent past. And in your near future. And what it is that is coming in, what it is that you are trying to integrate into your experience right now. And what's at the root of the matter. Okay, and this is representative of you and your environment. Okay, so I've got a bit of sword energy going on here. Gosh, you've got a lot of sword energy going on here, wow. So this is hopes and fears. Gosh. Alright, this is telling a story, isn't it? And then we have your final outcome. I'm going to pull 2 cards for the final outcome. I like that, that's great. Let me just make sure everything looks good and you can see everything. Yes, you can. Lovely. Okay, just move these down a bit. And then our Diana Cooper card, Detachment, is the card you've pulled. And then from Field of Dreams, I think, who else had this? I think Aries, or no, Taurus had this. Field of Dreams, look at the imagery, isn't it beautiful? It's lovely, isn't it? So Detachment and Field of Dreams, I like those too. We'll go into those in a little bit. This looks like an action-packed month for you, Cancer. There are going to be a lot of people in your life, in your experience this month, and a lot of interaction with those people. It looks like there could be some conflict, whether you're a part of it or not, but there's a sense of upheaval, a sense of stability being shaken up a little bit. Now that could be real or it could be imagined. But you start the month off and we've got the Lovers in reverse. So this can either mean disharmony with someone close to you. You know, obviously a romantic partner is the most obvious one that we can go to. So this could be disharmony with them, or what I'm getting a sense of more with the other cards that are around it is there's a sort of internal conflict going on here, Cancer. And I'm finding this a little bit interesting because of the fact that I feel like you've been through this before. You know, I thought we'd left a lot of this behind, but I'm sensing a sense of inner unease, and it seems to me that it's to do with more, not so much to do with yourself, but more I feel like you're being influenced by situations around you, people around you. Perhaps there are arguments and there's feelings of deceit or not being able to trust people in your environment. So this can be in work or this can come through in romance, but I'm feeling this on more of a work level, to be honest. I feel like it's like kind of upsetting your internal harmony. And Cancer, you can be so sensitive, or you are so sensitive to the energy that is around you, and if there's a lot of upheaval going on, or there's infighting going on in the groups that you belong to, then it's going to upset your internal sense of peace, because you can be like a psychic sponge. And so you get really strong at those grounding practices. What's interesting about this is that we have got Uranus moving into your 11th house, which is about the groups you belong to. It's about who you align yourself with. It's about the establishments you're part of, and peer groups. So on some level, I'm feeling, Cancer, like people are upsetting your internal balance. And you know, that's not to say that you are a victim of circumstances. You know, we all have the power to focus where we choose to focus, but it feels like there's a sense of overwhelming kind of things going on around you to do with, I want to say work, I want to say groups you belong to, where there's infighting, there's a sense of treachery, who can I trust, and I feel like, Cancer, you don't want this. It feels like it's giving you some slightly restless, sleepless nights. It's affecting you in your downtime, you know, where you're worrying and you're kind of fretting a little bit, and you're wondering, is my security threatened? Is my stability threatened? And I want to say that I don't think it actually is. And the reason I don't think it is because I think that would be to take this personally, what's going on personally. I don't think you need to take it personally. I think this is just the energy that's going on right now. I mean, you've got the perfect example of Uranus moving into an earth sign. Uranus is electric. It is fast moving. And, you know, I would associate swords with Uranus. You know, they're kind of, Uranus is the higher mind, whereas Mercury is more your mundane mind. So to see a lot of sword energy here, and to see the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, you know, so many court cards that are earth-based, it kind of makes sense to me, you know, that Uranus, that electric energy moving into an earth sign. I think this is just the environment and the energies that are around you at the moment. And I don't feel like it really does threaten your security, but I feel like it could be easy for you, Cancer, to get caught up and pulled into this direction of worrying, fretting. You might even start joining in with the infighting. If you can, try to avoid that, because I feel like it's really going to upset your sense of internal balance. And Cancer, so many of you have come so far, and you've realised that what you put out, you get back. So to join in with this infighting, even if nothing happens, even if no one comes back at you, I think how it will leave you feeling about yourself is not so great. So I would advise you to avoid that if you can, because I don't think that there is a real threat to your security here. You have had recently, in the recent past, you have had some sort of new venture. You maybe started a new job not that long ago. You maybe started your own enterprise, your own hobby that brought in a bit of extra money. That is something that I would like you to focus on and keep growing, because I feel like there's a sense of distraction here. You could get distracted by a potential love interest. But I feel like it's more to do with work, groups, associations, things like that. But I feel, you know, I think it's wise for you to kind of almost go back to the Page of Pentacles, keep working on this thing. If you have something which can potentially create money or creates a sense of abundance in your life, I would tell you to focus on that and detach. And I love that this came up. Keep a sense of detachment from what it is other people are doing and what's going on. Because what you want, really, Cancer, is you want to turn this Four of Wands around so that you've got stability, celebration, security, happiness, home, family, feeling secure. And you want to turn this Knight of Wands around, or Knight of Swords around, sorry, so that you're moving fast, you're on the fast track to career progression, to that business expanding, to living your best life. You want to turn those around, but I don't think you're going to be able to turn them around by allowing yourself to get dragged into the mire, into the mud. I feel like if you defend yourself too much, if you involve yourself too much in the kind of madness that's kind of going on around you, then it's going to see you feeling drained, it's going to see your resources drained, and you giving less energy to the things in your life that really matter for you, and see you feeling, you know, worn out. But the thing about this is, regardless of even if you do this, or regardless of if you do get caught up in this kind of chaotic feeling, which seems to me, I mean, you know, it seems to me to do with groups of people. I'm getting the sense that there's a lot of people in your life, some who will help you, but also some who are just agitating, and irritating at the moment. And you'd be best served to take a step back. And regardless of if you don't take a step back, I think you're going to get to this anyway, and in a sense this will be like a relief. So it's a Ten of Swords, okay? So Ten of Swords is saying to me that this too shall pass. This situation, this stress, this thing that is going on, that is a burden, that is a drain, that is taxing my mental energies, it's going to end, and there's a horizon. And I feel like by the end of the month there will have been some sort of change. So some of you may well be moving house, and that's where the sense of upheaval is coming from. And if you are, I would just say to you to I would like you to just be cautious about, you know, guarding your property and making sure you lock the doors, and, you know, when you're in the process of moving, just keeping an eye on things. But what I'm seeing is at the end of the month, as we get to the end of the month, and you may be aware of this already, things will be far more clear and far more stable, and a lot of this energy will have subsided. I feel like this could be people coming and going in and out of your life, or in and out of the workplace. There could be major upheaval, and there's maybe a lot of bitching, a lot of fighting, and you just don't want to be a part of it. But you know, okay, we'll come the end of the month, that person will be gone, or this situation will be resolved. And what you've got in your environment, the Ace of Swords, which I really like. So this is clarity. This is a new perspective. This is a cleaning up of any mental fogginess and confusion that we've got going on here. And it's almost as though you might get involved in this a little bit, or you might see what's going on around you, and you know, like I said, you might be tempted to get involved in the gossip or the infighting, but then it's like you step away and you say, no, I don't need this. I don't need it to cause me worry and anxiety. I'm going to allow the situation to die off. I surrender. I'm not being a part of it, so that I can have my mental clarity back, because I know that I manifest from the thoughts that I think. And I know the thoughts I think have an impact on my well-being. And if I'm thinking negative thoughts, if I'm getting pulled into conflict and into chaotic situations, then I'm going to upset my internal sense of balance and my internal peace and ability to give and receive love. So I feel like it's almost like some of it, you've just got to let people do what they're going to do. But I feel Cancer's like you're going to step back, because you know how sometimes Cancer wants to get involved and help and heal and comfort. It's almost like Cancers have matured to this point, and I've seen this in your cards a lot in your astrology. You've matured to this point where you're like, I think so many Cancers are not giving their emotional energy away anymore, their mental energy away anymore. Or maybe you do it for a little bit and then you go, actually, I remember where this takes me. This leads me down this path of feeling shattered, worried, anxiety, feeling out of balance, and feeling a sense of inner disharmony. So I feel like you're going to pull back, which is why I love that we got detachment. I'll read this to you. According to spiritual law, you can have anything your heart desires. However, if your happiness, a sense of security, or feeling of power depends on someone or something in your life, then you're attached to that person or thing, and it is a chain which binds you to a low frequency and keeps you stuck. Your guidance is to ask the angels to help you cut the cords that tie you to people, things, and emotions. When all attachments are released, you can no longer be manipulated emotionally. This enables you to reclaim your power and be genuine. Free your spirit and that of others. Let go now. And the affirmation is, I release everyone and everything. My spirit is free. That's what I would like for you. Detach from even like if it's like you know, you feel like if you don't get involved then it could threaten your security on the job. Just detach from it. Don't allow anyone or anything to have that kind of power over you. You may have recently started dating somebody who you've gotten quite caught up with and quite attracted to very quickly. Just take a step back, breathe for a moment, and don't allow anything to become so big that it ends up becoming a distraction that ultimately drains your energy and drains your sense of strength and abundance. I feel as well like some of you are going to benefit from a male earth sign, and I feel like he could well be a Taurus, but could also be a Virgo or a Capricorn. But something to me is saying Taurus, and when we've got the bull there and we're moving in Taurian energy, and if it's not, I mean, some of you could be, this could be the person who you've recently got involved with or who you're about to get involved with. Could be a King of Pentacles, someone very earthy energy, very sensual, very sexual, enjoys the finer things in life, quite grounded. So this could see some of you being attracted to somebody like that or dating somebody like that, but it may be that some things happen that throw you off balance between the two of you. But I don't know, I feel, no, take that back. I feel like he's stepping in, and I feel like he or she is actually quite a stabilizing, calm presence, and this would be somebody who's actually going to be helpful and might kind of help to lighten some of the feel of this month, you know, remind you to laugh a bit. And there could be a potential future with this person because of the fact that they've come in with the Wheel of Fortune, which to me speaks of big things happening, you know, big relationships, major relationships. So I can see that happening, but on the other, the other interpretation I have of this as well is, once again, you know, Uranus, Wheel of Fortune. You know, what is the Wheel of Fortune? The Wheel of Fortune is very unexpected. It's the hands of fate. It's, you roll the dice and you see where it falls. What is Uranus? Uranus is unexpected. Uranus is that sudden win or that sudden loss. Okay? King of Pentacles, classic Taurus figure. So once again, we've got that theme echoed again. Taurus moving into Uranus and affecting who you align with, what groups you belong to. And it could just be now, Taurus, that you guys are just getting, Cancer, that you guys are just getting so sick of being around certain people that these relationships, these this work situation, these associations, these groups that you belong to that are causing this stress, is they're going to either come to an end, or there are going to be huge changes that actually in the long run will leave you feeling far better, and will leave you in a space where you're feeling far more aligned, and will get rid of this feeling of mistrust and instability that's going on at the moment. So detachment is great. And we've got the Field of Dreams, which I really love, and this speaks of basically your intentions and sowing the seeds of your intentions and believing in your dreams, having clarity in your thoughts. So this is what we want. We want clarity of thought, don't we, Cancer? So it's about that clarity of thought. We can't have the clarity of thought if we're focused on the dramas and the turmoil of other people, and on if we're worried too much what people think, it clouds and pollutes our own dreams, our own ability to focus on our goals. And so I just feel like the best thing for you to do is to detach from situations that are causing stress, detach from the need for anyone else's approval, detach from the opinions of others. Give yourself space for mental clarity. Do that physically, emotionally, mentally. Give yourself space and remember what it is that you're trying to achieve here, because this is a time when your hopes and dreams can really start to manifest in big ways. It would be a shame to waste the energy on getting involved with really what I would call petty matters to do with other people's egos, and throwing yourself out of balance because of that. Okay, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I will be back next month. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please feel free to go to my website, www.anushkabam.com, and I will see you for the Uranus update, which will only be available on my website, £1, and that will be in-depth readings for each of the signs for this Uranus moving into Taurus transit. Okay, much love, Cancer. Take care. Bye-bye.